What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I got to have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me? This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, friends and family? Separate yourselves from the dusties. Yeah. If you are not a part of the Patreon, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. What up, family? What we got going on today? What's the word? Old school people used to say Thunderbird. Got a big show for y'all today. Lots and lots to cover. Don Lemon obviously got arrested. Top of the morning to you too, QB. What up, A Dunn? What up, Will Nola? What up, Joe Gunn? What up, Rockin' the Land? What up? Is the studio still under construction? Nope, it's done. Nope, it's done. The studio is not under construction. It is done, but it is Friday. And I got flights to catch tomorrow. So that should be interesting. And so all the way, I'm not even really going to be back here until Friday? Something like that. Friday next week. So I'm going to be out of town for the next week, but we still going to stream. We still going to take care of business. We still going to be on top of it. What up, y'all? Got a jam-packed show. I hope y'all enjoyed the show last night. OG Ree said, where are you going? I know I'm supposed to do, okay, so I got some business to go to in some other places. And then I got to go and do Tasha K. So I'm supposed to go and record with Tasha K. So we're going to see how that plays out. Yeah, it is a beautiful view. I can't lie. Lots going on. What up, Jack? There's a cold front coming. I am aware of that. Jordan, what up, Jordan? Rick said more snow. Going back to Cali. Me and Slimmy arguing over music and sports is fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to get it. Got a loaded show for y'all today. We got to talk about Nicki Minaj and Trump. I want to give y'all my thoughts on that. Don Lemon getting arrested, UPS layoffs, 30,000 people being laid off from UPS. I told y'all that was going to happen. You love me? I love you too. Yeah, I love you too. Slimmy was off on the Zabron take. Man, I might have to create a whole nother show for that. When are you going back to Florida? Sooner than you think. What part of Florida you want me to be in? What up, Fi Brown? What up, Fi Brown? I have never had a better month in my life. I hear that people that are against me ain't having so great of a month, but I can't speak on that. I don't know that for sure. I don't know how people think that I'm losing. Oh man, not only am I losing, I mean, am I winning? I'm winning bad. I think that people need to stop before it get worse than it already is. Anyways, y'all ready to continue on with the show? I told y'all I don't play by the same rules as everybody else. Let's see what else is going on. More than you could ever believe, Azriel. More than you could ever believe. But neither here nor there. Are you still going to organize any of the in-person meetups still? Yeah, we're going to link up in person. We always have, we always will. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. Ain't nothing changed, just up, up and forward. Up and forward. You want me to come through to Jacksonville? I like Tampa. Yeah, I like Jacksonville too. I only been to Jacksonville for like 2 days though. We up. You got your portfolio popping 37.47% return in your portfolio. Have y'all not tapped into the Patreon yet? Have y'all not tapped into the Patreon? Did y'all not watch the last Patreon live stream? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe that y'all not winning. I cannot believe that y'all not winning. I'm for sure watching Stock Club at Five Brown is crazy. It is crazy the type of bags that people are making inside of the Patreon, bro. Anyways, all right, y'all. We got a full show for y'all today. Also, I'm bringing my dog. Recently, I discovered him. And so, what I want to do is introduce y'all to him. His name is Corey, not that other one, Corey Bougie, or Bouie, I'm sorry. Corey Bouie is his name. I actually had played a video of him on the Millionaire Morning Show. And he's a viral sensation in my opinion because a lot of his videos are motivational, and he was talking about the streets and all of that type of stuff. And so I'm gonna bring him on the show for y'all. Corey Bouie, he dope. He's super dope. And so I'm gonna remind y'all of who he is. I'm gonna have him on the show, and we're gonna have that. We're gonna have it up. So it's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Let me read some of these cash apps. And then we're going to get it popping. She said, I need a sponsor at this time in my old life. What kind of sponsor are you looking for? Look, okay, so here we go. Here we go. Desmond, stop it. Stop it, Desmond. You said, Desmond, don't be a messy woman. Messy women say stuff like that. Shout out to Tori Hughes, says, I appreciate the information that you're giving out, OG, especially on the Patreon. Shout out to my dog, Tori Hughes. Mike, that dude, says, Quick's Groove 3, that beat is so smooth. And what up, though? What's up to my dog, Mike, that dude? Spencer Campbell says, good morning, AD and the Bag Chasers. What up, Spencer Campbell? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? All right, y'all. All right, let's get into it. We got to go in. We're going to go ahead and get right to it. We're not going to take our time, none of that stuff. I want to jump into this whole Don Lemon situation. What up to Just a Brown Girl from America, says Anton and the Chasers. I need real prayer warriors to send prayers up for my baby boy having surgery today. I only need people with an actual relationship. Lord, bless her. Bless my baby girl over there. And her baby. her baby boy having surgery. Guide the surgeon's hands. Bless it to be successful. Bless everything to work out exactly how you want it to work out. We love you. We appreciate you. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Hello? Hey, Jacqueline, can I call you right back? I'm on the live stream. As soon as I jump off the live stream, I'm going to call you. All right, bye. God bless you. Bless you and your baby boy. We want all success, all good health, all greatness. In Jesus' name. And we not dealing with no dusties. Not this year. Not this year. Not this year. Sorry, down south. All right, y'all ready to get started with the show? Shout out to my girl, Just a Brown Girl in America. Blessings on your family. All right. Well, if that was true, then you wouldn't be here now, would it? Hedgehogs. Anyways, make sure y'all tap in to the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. All right, y'all, let's get started with the show. I want to get into this whole Don Lemon situation. This is breaking news this morning that he had got arrested. You might have even seen it on the Anton Daniels channel because we talking about
Lemon has been
now. I want to get this from both the conservative and the liberal perspective. So I brought in two sources, one from Fox News and one from MS Now.
Arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Bill Malusian joins us now with more on this breaking news. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Charlie, good morning to you. Our colleague David Spunt and I getting this breaking news from multiple law enforcement sources just minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now, typically, standard procedure with an arrest like this is the defendant will likely make their first court appearance sometime the same day. So there's a chance we may see Don Lemon make his first court appearance in Los Angeles sometime today. But obviously, this is going to grab all sorts of headlines. 3 other protesters from that church storming, have already been arrested, including.
Look at these people, y'all. Look at the cohorts. Look at the people that are protesting over in Minneapolis and storming churches. This is the company that you keep. These are the people that you then rock out with when you say, yo, I want to join a bunch of liberals and I want to vote for Kamala Harris and I want to vote for Jasmine Crockett and I want to vote for Brandon Johnson and Lori Lightfoot and Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom. These are the people that you guys align yourselves with. These are the same people that we used to call a teacher on and say, hey, they beating their head against the wall. They hitting their head against the wall again. They trying to break through the cement wall. They're trying to break through the cement wall. These are the people that y'all are rocking with. These are the people that are storming churches. These are the people that are the freedom fighters of 2026 and beyond. Could you imagine going out and saying, you know what, I want to do some community work and I want to stand up against the system, and you see Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and then their leader over on the left-hand side. These are the people that used to eat crayons in school. This is why I don't take this serious, because the No Child Left Behind system has created this environment where everybody got a voice. And so I see a whole bunch of dumb people on the internet supporting dumb people on the internet, and they think that they got a voice. And this is one of the reasons why I don't take people serious no more. They eat crayons. These are the people that color their tongues with markers. I don't take these people serious. They eat sponges and stuff like that. Used to see these type of people on what is that show where they did like a people used to eat paper and trash hunt and stuff like that. Man, I'm telling you, bro, these people are dumb. They crazy. And so when y'all go out here and y'all pull up and y'all see these crazy people, these are not normal people in society. These are the people that are storming churches. Yes, they eat Tide Pods. Chewing pencil erasers, correct. My Strange Addiction, that's the name of the show. Shout out to Trill Mercy. I don't take these people serious. These people are crazy. They said they used to eat the red ones because it tastes the best. And these are the people. Oh man, yeah. Stay with them, roll with them. These are the people that's get your man. Get these crazy folks up out of here.
Who the feds say was the organizer of that protest. The woman in the middle there is a school board member in St. Paul, and then
the one in the middle. Listen, look. She's a school board member. Man, the one in the middle. The one like this. That's the school board. That's a school board member. These are people that are teaching your kids, telling them to line up, putting propaganda inside of their heads and stuff like that. School board member. Yes, bro. Yes. This is what's happening. This is real life. This is not me making it up. This is not no propaganda. This is not me saying anything that's out of pocket. I'm just presenting it to you as it's presented to me. Crazy, bro.
Who the feds say was the organizer of that protest. The woman in the middle there is a school board member in St. Paul, and then the mugshot on the right is an online personality / agitator, if you want to call him that. He's known as the Woke Farmer. Those were the three people that the feds had already arrested. Nice. But we have confirmed that Don Lemon has now been arrested in Los Angeles in connection with that viral incident. We all saw the video of it that spread and drew widespread condemnation. The feds have been going after these people on FACE Act violations. So this is still breaking news. Once we get more details about the potential charges here, a court appearance, we'll, of course, update our viewers.
I'm convinced that every person that is a liberal that has not jumped off of the Democratic plantation is a weirdo at this point, honestly. They all a bunch of weirdos, bro. All of them. They all got something wrong with them. They face hang to the left. That's why they always looking for something to help better identify themselves. That is spectrum-like activity, honestly. Spectrum-like activity is people that are always trying to figure out how to fit in to identify themselves. When you wind up getting off of the plantation, you become comfortably you. Whatever that is, you. And you don't trip about it. And so people want to put you in a box, but it's a spectrum-like activity. Think about it, man. They always have something wrong with them. All of them. They never just regular, everyday human beings. Never, bro. Even Don Lemon himself. It's like, man, it's almost like you got to sell your soul to the devil, or you got to be a weirdo in order to be successful as that. Like, have y'all ever noticed that most of these people is jacked up in real life? Jacked up. Now, they arrested Don Lemon, right? And I want to take the liberal side of it too. So I'm going to take you over to MS Now on the Morning Joe on what they had to say about it. And then I'm going to give y'all my thoughts.
Guys.
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon was arrested late last night on federal charges tied to a protest earlier this month at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Lemon says he was reporting as a journalist when demonstrators interrupted a service to protest immigration enforcement. A magistrate judge previously rejected the case against him, but prosecutors later sought and obtained his arrest. Lemon was taken into custody in Los Angeles and is scheduled to appear in federal court this morning. His lawyer, Abby Lowell, calls the prosecution an unprecedented attack on the First Amendment. We have Lisa Rubin here, Molly John Fax joining us. But Jonathan Lemire, can we go through a little more what happened in St. Paul in the church so then Lisa can break down these charges and how it all matches up?
Yeah, we'll lean on her legal expertise in just a moment. But Don Lemon is now an independent journalist, no longer at CNN. He was in Minnesota.
Nah, call it like it is. He a YouTuber just like all of the rest of us because they tried to make it seem like, oh, no, listen, you're just a YouTuber. You're not recognized by the international news and media organizations from working from them. It was cool when they was on CNN and it was cool when everybody else was doing Fox News and stuff. Now everybody is just an independent journalist. They didn't give that same level to Nick Shirley. They didn't give that same love to Nick Shirley. They called Nick Shirley a content creator. That's what they called Nick Shirley, a content creator. They didn't say, oh, man, this is an independent journalist or any of that type of stuff. And he actually did real journalistic work before it was popular to do independently. And then he started to get recognized from it because he got it out the mud and in the streets and didn't need a national network as far as working on one in order to get his stuff popping. The national networks had to come to him because he forced their hand by being so sensational and being a man of the people.
Covering the protests following the two shooting deaths there of Renee Good and then Alex Pretty. This one on January 18th in St. Paul, so just over the river from Minneapolis, protesters went inside a church. They were disruptive to this service. We'll get to Lisa in a moment as to why that would be a charge here. But And Don Lemon, to remind viewers, is, someone who Donald Trump has criticized repeatedly in the past. Lemon has been pretty tough on Trump. He has called him names. He frequently calls him a liar. Lemon is someone that Trump has gone after on Truth Social and the like for many years. He's always been an object of some ridicule in the MAGA movement. But what is so important here is this is what matters, is that Lemon says, and we will see if it is the truth, but Lemon says he was acting as a journalist. He was not participating in the protest. He was covering the protest.
That was my question.
And if that is the case, that is indeed a chilling moment here for a journalist in the United States of America doing his job as a journalist and being charged for it.
Now,
that is not
Did he conduct interviews inside the, I know the protest was happening, and so he followed the protest in to cover the story. At any point, did he take part in? Yeah,
we'll see if we have footage here, but he did. He interviewed some of the protesters. He interviewed some of the parishioners. He interviewed, I think he tried to talk to the minister at one point,
right.
Which was perhaps disruptive in that moment. But again, he's acting as a journalist. And Lisa, let's talk about what charge is being levied here and your opinion as to why this is so important.
Let's talk about what we don't know. We know that Don Lemon is still in federal custody right now as we speak. But my understanding is no charges have been filed and unsealed. Don Lemon and his legal team don't even know when he'll make his initial appearance at a Los Angeles federal court this morning. That having been said, Jonathan, based on the criminal complaint and affidavit that were filed when authorities tried to get initial charges against Don Lemon to stick, I can tell you that it appears that the federal government is pursuing charges under what's called the FACE Act. And the FACE Act is something that folks who follow the reproductive justice movement are very familiar with because it most commonly has been used to prosecute people who block access to reproductive health clinics, who sit there and physically block it. But the FACE Act also prohibits interfering by force with the right to religious worship. And this is an administration who has said they won't use the FACE Act to prosecute crimes of the first type And they are going to start to use the FACE Act to prosecute crimes of the second. When you look at the affidavit that was filed in that criminal complaint, originally against 8 people, only 3 of them were eventually charged. There is lots of recitation about what Don Lemon allegedly did during that church protest, talking about him both interviewing people outside and sort of talking with the organizers of that protest, sort of embedding with them as they prepared to go in, and then live streaming the protest. And as you noted, even the affidavit quotes him as saying, "I'm just here to chronicle and report on what's happening." He also underscores at one point, I'm going to read to you from the complaint, "I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner. He's frightened. He's scared. He's crying. People are leaving church. An unknown male parishioner was observed yelling to the agitators, telling them to get out."
Let me tell you something. Don Lemon knows better. All right. Don Lemon knows better. He knows better as a person that has been doing this for decades, right? As a person that was a journalist on CNN, that was an anchor for several different CNN shows, that has been on the ground for several different things. He knows better. He knows that you can't, and nor would people actually enter into a synagogue. They were never into a Muslim house of faith. They would never do the same thing that they do to churches. They would never do that to anywhere else. They wouldn't. They only do it, and they only disrespect Christian faith. They only disrespect God. They only disrespect Jesus, and they feel like that's okay to do. And I don't know why people felt like that's okay to do, because they've never been held accountable, right? And so he knows better. And of course, he's going to take this position because he has to defend himself. He has to defend himself. Now, let me objectively tell you the truth, all right? Let me objectively tell you the truth. I see some people in the chat saying stuff like they finally got him. They violated the FACE Act. Lemon is leering the hard way. He likes to play dumb. He definitely knows better. I hear all of these people saying this, right? Bad press is bad press. Good luck. All of this stuff, right? Don Lemon would be happy in jail. All sorts of many would have access to. All of that, right? I see y'all saying this. But let me tell you something. You ready for the truth? Number one, I'm glad that they're setting an example, and that you cannot and you should not go into a house of worship, disrupt service, throw cameras in people's faces, nor should you go and protest where people are sharing their stories and worshiping God. I absolutely think that it's disrespectful. I think that it's bad. And so I'm glad that we have a president that is standing up for people that actually love God, that love Jesus, Christians, saints, all of that, right? That's the first thing. The second part about this is, and I have to be objectively honest, this actually benefits Don Lemon. I do not think that Don Lemon is in any way, shape, or form ever going to see a prison. Don Lemon doesn't need to get a regular job. But you know what it does in this age of social media and content creation? Because he's smart enough to actually know how to leverage this in order to get more visibility for himself, takes him to the next level. It takes him to the next level. You know what the goal is as a creator? If you can stomach it, if you can see it through, if you can remove your emotions from the whole thing, is to go from being viral to being famous to being infamous. It's to go from viral. Okay, let me revise that. is to get being viral, being able to sustain it, eventually becoming famous, and then to go infamous, right? Because to be famous doesn't necessarily translate into being successful. That gets you the visibility. To become an infamous means that you have people from both sides that's tuning in to see you fail or win. As a creator, you want, I call it the Floyd Mayweather effect. People want to see you lose or people want to see you win, but they want to see what's going to happen. And so what happens in this case is he becomes more popular because he has, you can't, listen. I look at it, this is called the Millionaire Morning Show. This is not CNN, this is not Fox, this is not any of that other stuff. This is me telling you and showing you and looking at everything. When we look at it from a business perspective. And from a business perspective, you cannot pay for this type of marketing. Do you know, listen, I get emails on a regular basis. I get emails on a regular basis, all the time. All the time. Of people that are looking to come on the platform, or for me, people, do you know that people are willing to pay for me to endorse them? People are looking to pay for me to endorse them all day long. I get them every day. Hey man, this is a creator on YouTube with this many subscribers. How much is it to pay you to help them reach a broader audience? All day long, every day. Bro, I could make $1 million a year just from promoting people if I wanted to. I could make $1 million, bro. It's so much opportunity, so much money. I could make $1 million a year just from promoting people. Hold on, let me see. I'll give you an example. As I don't want to show the names because I ain't trying to do all of that. There's an example right here. This is my email. They sent it to me in my Gmail. Hey, how much for a 30 to 60 second spot on your show? Oh, let me flip it around. Give me a second. I'm sorry. We're in the finance niche. How much for 30 to second, 30 whatever? We talking about finance, interesting. How much for this type of stuff, right? All day long. What are your rates? What are your rates for this type of thing? People hit me up all the time. You know why? Because they're looking to get visibility for whatever it is that they got going on. They hit me up all the time. Now, because I'm not the type of person that do that, then I don't need the money, right? I don't do everything just for $1, and I'm not about to dilute my brand. I don't know you. I don't know what your background is. I'm not about to endorse you, and then you know, I don't know anything. You may be a stand-up person, but then at the same time, you may be beating up on your chick. Who knows? So I'm not looking to, I don't need the money, and so I'm not going to sell out for some money and endorse somebody because I actually have to like you. I actually got to know you. I actually got to know that your content is a fit for my audience and all of that stuff. And so instead of me even playing that game, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm straight. Because for me, it's not worth it. I don't know you. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about whether or not it can come back to me. It's about what's best for my audience. And so because I love my people, because I love my audience, I'm not interested in doing that type of business. But the point that I'm making to you guys is you can't pay for this level of visibility. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is talking about it right now. So what does that do? It translates into more visibility, more eyes, more promotion, and now it made you infamous. Because now people either want to see you win or they want to see you lose, and that is a beautiful space to be in. Everybody can't handle it. Everybody is not built for it. Everybody is not built for the spotlight. Everybody is not built for social media. Everybody is not built for, you know what I'm saying, for that type of motion. And so on the optics level, how they selling it is, oh man, you know, we got him, Don Lemon. And then on the other side, on the people that support Don Lemon, they're saying, oh yes, you know what I'm saying? We're going to stand with our guy. And at the end of the day, you know what it translates into? More visibility. More visibility. And more visibility create more opportunity, and more opportunity create more money. Is more money. As far as the actual issue itself, I think that Don Lemon is wrong 10 ways to Sunday. Freedom of speech does not allow for you to go into a private entity to record people against their will. You only support, listen, at a very basic level, all content creators know this. You can record in a public space. You cannot, without authorization, record people in a private space like a church. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you out and about and you on the streets or whatever, so on and so forth, you can record all you want and the police can't do anything about it. If you don't want to be seen, then don't walk there or put on a mask. You can't go into a private entity and start recording and putting the camera in front of people's faces, parishioners' faces, young people's faces, minors' faces. You can't do that. On a basic level, you can't do that. You can't prevent people from being able to worship God on Sunday. You can't do that. This is not even something to debate. This ain't got nothing to do with rights. This ain't got nothing to do with the First Amendment. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You can't do that. And just because you attach journalism to your title and you got a bunch of cameras, that does not mean that you can't do that. You can't do that. Will it result in anybody suffering as a result of it? Nope. I think that it's just going to make them bigger. It's just going to make them bigger.
And then he says, I don't think they know what to do. I'm sure they probably called the local authorities right now. If I'm guessing, the authorities, the federal authorities, are relying on some of Don Lemon's own language to suggest that the protesters themselves were putting the people in the church in fear of their safety, which is how they are criminalizing this protest. But how that means Don Lemon himself is criminally liable is something that I think you and others are going to be struggling to understand in the coming days. Again, we have not seen the federal charges. They have not been unsealed in Minnesota, nor has any indication of his arrest been unsealed in Los Angeles. We await those right now, along with his legal team, Abby Lowell, of course, saying this.
Jay says, Anton, you like Don Lemon? Absolutely not. I absolutely despise Don Lemon. As far as his morals, his character, what he does and what he advocates for, him always blaming everything on a white man, but yet being married to a white man. I absolutely despise him as a person. Objectively speaking, though, I'm able to remove my feelings from it and look at everything from a business perspective. As a businessman and as a content creator, I think he's incredibly smart. Incredibly smart. I believe that he's as a businessman and as a creator, I think that he's absolutely excellent. How I feel about you personally versus how I look at you professionally is two different things. Completely different. And I'm able to separate the two. I'm one of the rare people in life that I could observe you, learn from you, and not like you at the same time. I'm just keeping it 100. That's I don't know. And most people can't say 99% of the population can't separate themselves.
This is a violent infringement of Don Lemon's First Amendment rights.
And I think I remember watching some of the coverage of Don Lemon covering what was happening inside the church. And I think that he was talking about the children who were crying in the church, that there was a lot going on at the same time, and said, that's what happens in a protest or something.
He said, I'm going to read from that, Mika, you're right.
Get me to that?
Yes. This is the beginning of what's going to happen here. Again, this is from Don Lemon's live stream the day of the protest inside the church. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street and start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And then the affidavit continues, name redacted, which people understand to be Don Lemon, goes on to suggest that according to the Constitution, again, this is the Department of Justice's words, there are no limitations to protesters on where and when they can exercise their constitutional rights. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt, and that's what they're doing, and that's what I believe.
So Don Lemon now being held, though, and they have no official charges at this point.
No, and let's remember, this also comes just a few weeks after the FBI searched a Washington Post reporter's home.
Yes.
On a national.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with Don Lemon. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of the super chats and see what y'all talking about. Mrs. Staffpreneur says, I was watching Room 9 last night, and I noticed a channel of two grown men doing an almost 6-hour live stream talking about you. Ninjas Running Women Gossip Thing Podcast. Gay! Daniela's Always Learning says, someone on Izzy Man's show is saying you were throwing shade at Angry Man and that he cost you. What? I don't know what these niggas talking about. Well, the beautiful thing about that is that me and Angry Man has each other's phone number, and if he ever wants to get in contact with me, then he knows how to. Listen, men are the worst gossipers. Listen to what I'm telling you. Men are worse than women today. They are 10 times worse than the ladies. Women, y'all should be in fear of your lives right now because the men are coming for your spot. The men are coming for the women's spot, and they're coming for the gay men's spot also. They are messy like little girl, like church girls. I'd expect for women to do stuff that women do. I didn't expect for the men to be so sassy. It's crazy. It is crazy. And they will tell you objectively and say, yeah, man, I'm gonna capitalize off of it. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I do it? I feel you, baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Bro, they are 100%. Hey, you too old to act like this, OG. You too old to act like this, OG. Call it a day. Go get a nap, my nigga. Go get a nap. You woke up and type, what is my screen name gonna be? I'm officially him. And you wrote that shit in all caps on the I'm him part. Baby girl, OG, go take a nap, little nigga. You ain't got no work to do. Ain't no tires to change. I know you got a plant job that you got to get to, my nigga. Chill out, homie. Hey, old nigga, chill out. Chill out. You too old to even write that as your name. What's your real name, nigga? When you get past a certain age, you got to use your real name. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, young nigga. Young old nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't you got some turntables to go DJ at or something? Don't you got a wedding to play at? Boy, if you don't get your punk ass on up out of here talking shit. Down south, oh, this is they've been saying this for a while. Stop dodging the Massey conversation. All black right wingers trying to skip over it. Skip over what? What the fuck is a right winger? I'm a Republican. That's it. I don't give a fuck about what happened to Osanya Massey. I cover the shit that do numbers. If it's not something that do numbers, I don't really care. Is everybody talking about it? Is it trending on Twitter or something like that? If it ain't trending on Twitter, then I'm probably not going to cover it unless it's conducive to the audience. Give a fuck about no Osanya Massey situation. Danielle is always learning, says the devil is always after destroying the children's soul, like the eating of the forbidden fruit and Eden with Adam and Eve was more about affecting Cain. Yeah, I talked about it when it happened because it was popular at the time to talk about. AR is back, says, I argue with my former Cass English teacher often about this stuff on social media. It's like, how did I let you teach me? Anton, Omen movie is wrong. Devil can go into church. Well, I don't go based off of what a movie say. Go be expendable bag, dangerous for people to lose. KM Conversation says Sean Grayson was sentenced to 20 years for Osanya Massey. Listen, send it to me. Maybe I'll cover it on Monday. We'll see what's happening. Bad habits, if it's something worth covering. What characteristics would you say it takes in order to be able to handle social media clout and fame? You just got to have thick skin. Honestly, you just got to not give a fuck. That's really what it comes down to. You got to not care. And if you can not care and enjoy life and have a good perspective about life even after you cut the camera off and you don't think about what happens afterwards and you can only strategize on how you can capitalize for it, you really have to have a business mindset. If you're a person that operates purely off of emotion, because emotion is normal, right? We all have emotions. We all feel some type of way when certain things happen. But if you can't put the phone down, if you're the type of person that go on Instagram Live the minute that something happens, if you're the type of person that throw your people under the bus or get mad at your girl and start posting about how these hoes ain't shit because your girl pissed you off, if you the type of person that put all of your business when somebody do it and throw your people under the bus when they do something wrong, just so you can get some likes and shit on social media, then this ain't for you because you're too emotional and you're not logical. But if you can strategize on how to capitalize off of the visibility instead of letting your emotions control you, then you can probably figure it out. That's the general sentiment. You know what I'm saying? They call me Mr. Bibb, says just saying good morning and showing some love from the east side of Detroit. What up, east side? What up, east side? What up, though? Anton the men sassy from Sugar and Starbucks drinks. I don't know where all of these feminine men came from. I don't know. I'll give you an example. One of the reasons why people were saying, and I actually had played this one the wrong way. When people was in my chat and they was like, yo, Anton, this is what Kwame said or whatever, and I didn't go check for myself, is because I don't watch it. Like, I don't watch things that other people say about me. The only reason I even know overwhelming majority of what's going on is because people always are sending me shit. And I'll tell you, I even tell my team, I tell people in my group chats, I tell the Room 9 people, I say, hey, focus. We don't pay attention to what other niggas are saying. We focus on creating and we let them talk about us. 99% of most things I do not ever watch. I never watch it. I'm too busy focused on creating. Creators create and other people watch. You can't spend your time on anything other than creating. So my biggest thing is I have to tell people, hey, I'm not focused on that. What are we doing? Let's focus on some other. Send me some shit that's actually going to make me some money. Send me something that's going to make me some money. That's what I tell people. I tell your car, if your car is keeping me up to date on certain things, and I'll be like, this is a little distracting. I tell them, I say, hey man, let's focus and send me some shit that's gonna get me some money. Every single time. Every time, send me something that's gonna give me some money. What's the news? What's going off? What do we got to get to? Whatever, so on and so forth. If it ain't about a bag, I can't focus on it. Down South says, you were just crying about Corey getting down on your daughter. Now it's F an innocent lady. No, it's F the story. I don't care about that story. That story doesn't mean anything to me. It's too many other things that I have to cover that is meaningful. Feminine is suing another man. Well, first of all, did I mention anything about a lawsuit? If one happens, then it is what it is. Again, I keep telling y'all, I don't play by street rules. So tell your boss to focus on what he got going on, and then I'm going to focus on what I got going on. And when they play by the rules that they play by, I play by the rules that I play by. I don't play by the same rules as the streets. I play by the rules that people that have money play by. So I tell your boss, stay focused, stay on top of things, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Whatever I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do. All right, let's keep it moving. I can't speak to something that I can't speak to. All right. Niggas trying to tell me what it is that I'm supposed to do. You don't know nothing about what I got going on. But stick around. And we gonna get there. I'm focused on working. I ain't focused on nothing else except for grinding. All right. Y'all ready to continue on with the show? Thank you for the super chats. Ain't said nothing about nothing. KM says, bro, respectfully, you did cover Massey last year. Correct. That was last year. When the story first broke, it was something worth covering. Listen. Y'all want me to cover the story? Is it that meaningful to you? Is it that meaningful that y'all feel as though I have to cover this story? Do I have to cover it right now? Or is there more meaningful things that I feel like I need to cover? If he got 20 years, he ain't going nowhere. Then that means that I got some time to cover the stuff that's actually meaningful to the people right now. And then I'm going to go over there. What do y'all want from me? Good God. Shit. He ain't going nowhere. He going to be there for the next 20 years, at least for the next 15. All right, let me get to this Nicki Minaj situation. And then I'm going to bring Corey Bouie on because I want to talk about the streets. I've been talking about the streets a lot, and it seems that we have different perspectives about what the streets is. And so I want to get there. I definitely want to talk about the streets. But before I talk about the streets, let me get into this whole Nicki Minaj situation, because she appeared with Trump, her and Kevin O'Leary, and they had some conversations.
We're also pleased. My daughter, she went crazy when she heard that this was happening. I want to go. You know, she happens to be in the wrong state right now for that. But when she heard that there's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And, you know, and Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell. Not quite. Not as much. But that's okay. But Nicki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children, and really the children of her incredible fans. That's great. Focus on that. Why should you give to somebody else's fans? Give to your fans. I like that. But, and I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years, because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily, I tell you, we did pretty damn well with that, with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter. She gets almost as much as Mr. Wonderful over here. He's been another one that's been so good. But I'd like to ask you to come up, Nicki. Come on up. Come on. She's been such a great supporter, and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And I said, I am going to let my nails grow, because I love those nails. I'm going to let those nails grow. She's so good. She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way. Right, Alex? She's been with us all the way. And just want to thank her. And it wasn't so easy. For you, it was easier, right? You want to come up? You want to come up? Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific. Come on up.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate, or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's gonna motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Thank you.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy. We love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support. I thank you very much. It's all about the entrepreneur, and I think you know that, sir.
Well, that was great. A little interlude. I don't know. That's better than getting Scott Bessent up.
I love this president. I think that this president is the greatest president in our lifetime by far. It do. People are sitting there and complaining. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you what my thoughts are on this whole situation. All right. I'm going to approach it from a completely different angle from what I shared with y'all, because we had this conversation on after hours last night with the crew. And we're going to have more conversations tonight on things that we didn't even get to, as well as Don Lemon, all of that. So if y'all not on Room 9 with Anton Daniels and the after hour show, you need to tap in. And we got a couple more shows that's coming next week. Hopefully, if I can get them launched, I'm going to be back and forth out of town. But let me tell you what this also means. You want to know what it means? It means what I've been proving to y'all for the entire time that I've been a Republican, that I've been a conservative, that I've been a person that said that I voted for Trump, the whole thing. You know what it means? It means that everything that you see happening online when it comes to the culture telling you what you should and shouldn't do, it has no power. It's all a myth. If you can get past the fake petitions and the protesters and the little comments from people that are in their mother's basement saying that you're supposed to do this for the culture, if you can get past the little emotional small amount of people that say that they are or that they control the culture, then you'll actually realize when you peek behind the curtain that these people have no power whatsoever. They don't change the numbers. As a result, Nicki Minaj actually doing better numbers than before she actually supported Trump. It's all a facade. You've been tricked into believing that you're supposed to still stay down here in the dumps. You're not supposed to evolve. You're not supposed to have a different perspective. You're not supposed to have a different lens or view for how you go about looking at things. And so you're sitting there scared, thinking that the people at the barbecue are the ones that's supposed to determine your future, when everything that you got in this world, it came because of your own hard work. They don't have a job to give you. They don't have no money to lend you. Shit. They don't even have any real support that they're giving you. And the only time that they ever talk about you is when something negative happens to you. They don't even they don't support you or fuck with you. When you say, hey man, I'm about to open up a new business, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, nigga, they not pulling up for you. You know what they'll pull up to? They'll pull up to take a picture in order to try to clout chase and document you, but they not actually pulling up and doing shit for you. Everything that you get in this world is gonna be because of what you do, your hard work, and you breaking out. I'm telling you. Listen. The people, and I love my white people. You know that. I love everybody based off of the content of their character and not the color of their skin. So if you an asshole, you an asshole. If you somebody that I fuck with, then you somebody that I fuck with. Let me tell you something. Most of the people that are the most pro-black, they love being with white women. They don't even marry you. I'm keeping it 100. So when you make a decision for your life, when it comes to what is best for you and your moral compass, and I think that Nicki Minaj is doing more than one thing at the same time. I believe that she's building relationships. She's generating great revenue. She's building a stronger network outside of what she would have been able to do by herself. And she also got the Trump gold card. So she also got her citizenship, right? Here's the other side of it though. When you start to evolve and you grow for you, they're going to hate you for becoming better. Shit. I seen the community go off on Lizzo for losing weight when they criticized her for being fat. I seen people get mad at Lizzo for getting healthy. Shout out to Bill and Nico. They got mad at Lizzo. They said, why are you changing? Bro, they want to keep you in place. They want you to rap the same lyrics. They want to hear gun bars 24/7, 365. They want you still selling crack in your neighborhood. Nigga, I'm 10 years, 20 years, 30 years older. I seen Kwame Brown. He said, money changed you. Yeah, nigga, because I got employees now that work for me. I got families that depend on me. I got a daughter to put through college. Absolutely. Nigga, I'm 20 years older, 15 years older than when y'all first discovered me on the internet. Ain't it supposed to change me? Aren't I supposed to have different views and perspectives? Nigga, if you the same person that you was when you first got into when you was 18 years old, when you was 25 years old, that's called arrested development. Why would I stay the same as I was 15 years ago? I'm supposed to be different. Oh, money changed them. Huh? Yeah, money changed me. Because I got a chance to see behind the curtain and see who were the ones that was really holding the keys and how people are really finessing and who's really playing the game and how it is that I could change the legacy and transform, what the next generation is and what my family is supposed to be and all of that. And I started railing against the very thing that kept me in that plantation mindset in the first place. It's supposed to change you. You're supposed to evolve. Who gives a fuck if you sitting here standing on principle of a bunch of bullshit? Nobody cares. If all you saying and all you doing is just ranting and you're not actually a valuable asset, then you're not putting nobody on, you're not helping nobody get no money, you're not actually transforming nobody's life, then who gives a fuck what you think? Nobody cares. You know why? Because that means that you have no impact, no influence, and you're not changing nothing. All you doing is ranting. And you know what I see? You know who else I see ranting all the time? Crackheads. They the realest niggas I ever seen in my entire life. Crackheads. I see crackheads on the corner regularly, sitting there talking about, yeah, man, and the community is crackheads with money. That sounds crazy. You changed. I know. And I got my teeth done while I was out there. And I hope that I'm continuously changing in 5 years. God bless. God willing. Hopefully I'm better. I'm different than I am today. Got some new cars, bought some new properties, built some new cribs, and put some people in position to win and got some other people rich. And it's a bunch of people in the chat right now that say my portfolio was up 47%, 37%, 115%. Anton helped me get rich. Now, how many niggas have y'all helped get rich? Because I'm just curious. Because I also changed people's lives. Add that part in there. I also fixed people's lives. I also paid for some funerals. I also paid for people to get a crib. I'm also able to ensure that people are able to stay in a house, a luxury house, without having to worry about paying luxury prices. I also tab to the streets. I also keep a lot of people from going homeless. But they don't want to talk about that part. I leave the old videos up there so you can see the evolution. I communicate more effectively. I'm connected. I'm going to the goddamn White House in 2 weeks. I'm going to be at the White House in 2 weeks. I get to say, hey, this is what's meaningful to me inside of my people, inside of my community, and the people that I love the most. I get to voice those concerns and opinions. You just talking. And what makes y'all think that we afraid to have a conversation with these niggas and go back and forth? I don't give a fuck. Listen. If y'all don't understand it, let me re-emphasize it. Because I know there's a lot of people that's slow in the chat. It's a lot of people that's slow that watch this. I don't care if you are a boxer, an NBA player, a rapper, any of these people. And the ones that's really significant, because if I want to go contact the center, I can call Shaq right now. Like Shaq is the big homie. Shaq send me messages and kick it with me on a regular basis and say, yo, Time, I love what you're doing. Hey, Time, stay focused. Yo, Time, this and that. If I'm going to seek a nigga advice, I'm not calling Kwame. I can call Shaq. I don't fucking need Kwame Brown's advice. What the fuck I need Kwame's advice for when I can call Shaq right now? I got Shaq on the main line. Nigga, I can get in touch with the president. What the fuck I need? I don't give a fuck about what the culture think. Nigga, Shaq be saying, hey, man, hey, Time, play it this way, do this. Okay, all right, big homie. Fuck, I give a fuck about what Kwame think, nigga. Hold on, let me talk to you niggas soul real quick because I just want to be very, very clear on where we are and where we stand. We not the same. I don't worship you niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. I apologize for when I'm wrong, but let me be very clear. It doesn't mean that it's a white flag. It means that it's blood in the streets, and I'm just not saying nothing because I have to execute on the plan the way that I got to execute on the plan. I don't give a fuck about what you niggas think. I'm on all y'all heads. I'm on everybody's heads. I am going to motherfucking tear this whole bitch down. I'm coming for everything and everybody. And I don't need to talk about it and telegraph the passes when I throw them. That was your problem. That's why they called you brick hands. You couldn't hold on to the ball. I was at the Pistons game, nigga. I seen you. Every time we passed you the ball, you said this, you did like this. That's why they called you brick hands. That was your problem because you couldn't catch the pass, nigga. Gil tried to throw you the pass and you fumbled it. And then you too arrogant to admit that you don't know what the fuck you doing. So instead of you focusing on taking the advice of other niggas, you doing the same thing that the rest of these numbskulls is doing. You think that you saying something about my wife is going to mean something to me? That don't mean shit to me. I'm still married. We laugh at you. This nigga said that he can put on a wig. Oh. Don't even know how to play the game. Too emotional. A grown-ass emotional man. A grown-ass emotional. Listen. I want to be very, 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 very clear. I don't need any of these niggas at all. At all. I'm better than them. I'm better than them. I am Black YouTube, nigga. I'm the king. I am the king. The king is here. The king is here. I'm doing you a favor, bro, by talking to you right now. I'm doing all of you niggas a favor. I'm giving y'all a STEMI pack. I'm giving y'all a STEMI pack. There's nobody in the content creation space. And listen, at some point, somebody is going to pass me, right? But it ain't you. And I'm like Marlo, but I held the crown. At the end of the day, I held the crown. I'm like Marlo. I wasn't supposed to be here, but I came in and I kicked in the door and I kicked all of you niggas off your own blocks. Kicked all of you niggas off your own blocks. Avon and them, Corey is Avon and them. Stringer Bell, you over there playing them away games? My name is my name. My name is my name. And I see them other niggas over there. I ain't gonna name them yet. Because they thought that they was gonna starve us off of the good stuff, but I already talked to the Connect. Stay okay with this. Now close your eyes. This ain't gonna hurt none. Come on, Prop Joe. You and I both know you'll be up to no good in no time. You and I both know you be up to no good in no time. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Playing them away games. I just got 27 new videos out of Kwame right there. See? You about to get some of mama's cooking. Ooh. Ooh, wee. Daniela says they still talking about you and Corey. Oh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says you see that didn't invite D'Angelo's son to the tribute. I don't know nothing about it. Bill and Nico. What up, Bill and Nico? What up, big dog? Yeah. I need to go get my Bill. Do I got Bill and Nico hats back there? I might have to go get my Bill and Nico hats out. Salute to Bill and Nico. Salute to the Chasers. We love you. Roderick Reed, what up, though? Thank you for the 100 ball. I do appreciate you, big dog. Make sure y'all go on and Google Bill and Nico. Go and check out their gear. They sent me some shit. It's dope. Mr. Daniels is not lying. Even the black lesbians pick white women. Raven, Wanda, absolutely. Mr. Joe says, not a fan of Nicki's music, but I respect her courage as a mainstream artist. Meanwhile, Ariana Grande is encouraging people to protest their jobs over ICE. Yeah, but Ariana Grande is rich, and y'all gonna miss out on y'all money trying to mess around with what she talking about. Jason Green says, let them know, bro. I know they be watching. They watch every morning so that they can get some content so that they can figure it out. I'm just gonna feed the streets. That's my goal, is to feed the streets. Happy birthday to your twin, Rick Ross. If he comes out with a movie, you have to play him. Nonetheless, stay focused, bro. I even see JB Pod salute. Shout out to Joe Budden. Yeah, they showing love. Shout out to Joe Budden and them. Shout out to Mark Lamont Hill. And let me tell you why I'm gonna shout out Mark Lamont Hill. I didn't know that Mark Lamont was a real one. Let me get back. Let me get it to him. Let me get it back up. I didn't know that Mark Lamont Hill was a real one. Mark Lamont Hill is a real one, not because we agree, but because Mark Lamont Hill is objective. He's objective enough to call a spade a spade. So me and Mark Lamont Hill has some fundamental disagreements philosophically. Also when it comes to our perspective on politics. But at the very least, he's objective enough to actually call a spade a spade. So I have to salute Mark Lamont Hill and give him his props. All right. Let me read a few more super chats and then I'm going to get Corey up here and see what he's talking about. Let me see what he says, I just joined the Bag Chasers. God bless and salute. Shout out to you, Andra. I appreciate you, baby girl. Manny Plays PC says, the problem with the culture is they don't understand. If you want true change, you need to reach across the table. Chase Barnes says, long live AD and the Bag Chasers. I'm never going back. Talk to him. Who is Weebay? Craig. Oh, man. I know that she was a man in them. Craig is Weebay. Shout out to Weebay. Loyal to a fault. Shout out to Weebay. It's Craig. Craig is Weebay, y'all. Craig, listen, Craig ain't had this much motion in his entire career. Craig is getting more visibility than he ever thought, ever. Shout out to Craig, man. We love you, bro. We love you, man. Terrible People Podcast says AD can stand on stage like Michael Jackson for 2 minutes and not say nothing, and still the crowd goes wild. AD for the win. Bag chasers for life. You are changing the narrative of what blackness is. Hashtag stay blessed. Shout out to my dog, Terrible People Podcast. 392Q says, I'm surprised Joe Budden gave you your flowers. I don't know why you not. Joe know how to know a real one when he see one. John says O'Shea Duke Jackson is a buffoonish minstrel. Shout out to O'Shea. I appreciate you, O'Shea. All right, y'all. I want to bring up somebody that I think is incredible. I discovered him on my own algorithm. All right. So I was just scrolling. I actually was looking at something that somebody had sent me. And I scrolled up one, and this guy almost, honest to God, like he almost made me shed a tear for a second because he was so passionate. He was so real about what he was saying. And I just resonated with his message because I just thought that it was something coming from a completely different perspective that I think that hit people, and it's something that people need to hear. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Big Dog. His name is Corey. What up, Corey?
What's up, Mr. Daniels? How you doing, brother?
Chilling, my friend. How you feel?
Man, I feel great, man. Highly favored, man. I don't know who need to hear this, but it's an honor, man, and it's a pleasure to be on this platform with you, man.
Thank you, my friend. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play them part of the video that helped me to discover who you was so that they can familiarize themselves with the message. And then I want to get your perspective and your thoughts on some stuff. All right. So let me play this really quickly. This is how I discovered Corey. Do you want me to call you Corey Barber?
Yeah, you can call me, yes.
Okay, cool. This is how I discovered him, y'all.
I don't know who need to hear this, but it's so important, though, that you make good decisions, though, with your life while you're young, bro. I know a lot of us want to be like hard. We want to be tough. We got to always come out on the winning end, bro. But listen, though, it don't make you soft to walk away from situations, bro, when you got so much to lose, bro. Son, when I was young, bro, I was him, dog. I always had to be the one to do it, dog. I couldn't let nothing slide. Pride issues, worrying about what people think about me, bro. And it always put me in a bad situation, bro. I was always in juvenile programs, detention centers, went to prison when I was 15, bro. Because I couldn't get it together, dog. I had anger issues, bro. But Lord, if I can do it all over again, bro, I pray over that, bro. That's a wicked, demolished spirit, dog. Anger, bro. It puts you in bad situations, dog. I don't know who need to hear this. If you can walk away from situations, bro, walk away from them, dog. Let them talk, bro. Walk away, dog. It's not worth it, bro. When you get in situations and you go to jail, it's like a lot of situations, bro, you probably can beat. But humanity, dog, insanity, dog, it don't make you stay in those situations you take, please. You want to come home. You want to be with your girl. You want to be with your family, bro. You young. Nobody want to sit in jail, bro. But they give you please, and you take them.
So that was a part of the video in which I discovered you, Big Dog. Can you familiarize the people with your story and how you came to, get so much visibility? Because that's not the only video that's popping to you, but how you came to get so much visibility, and why do you think that people resonate with your message so much? Because a lot of people, even when I was reading some of the comments, a lot of people tune into you for almost like a daily message. Mm-hmm. They look at you as kind of like their preacher. How did this come to be, and what inspired you to kind of go down this road?
See, it's crazy that you said that, because it's a brother named Brian Lucas. He tapped in and reached out to me, and he wanted to know my story. And I was pretty much telling him that I had a murder charge when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like God spared my life for a reason, And I believe he could have left me in that situation, but he said, Corey, I got something for you. My punishment for you is going to be to get up every morning and tell somebody what I have done in your life. And if your life, if you can help one person with your own know who need to hear this challenge, brother, and you did your job, I'm pleased with you. And in the process of me doing it, it's like me and my girl was going through a bad situation and we split. And what a lot of people don't know, I don't know who need to hear this, was me talking to me, telling myself, you can't give up. I don't care who don't want to be in your life. I don't care what the situation is, bro. Giving up ain't an option. When you call on big God, bro, he can work it out. And then at first when I started last year, and people was like, dog, why you doing this here? I said, man, listen, I don't do it for money, because when I first started doing, I started getting attacked from all areas. Fake pages, man, it's out off the chain. Then I had got my account monetized, that got hacked. So all my payouts been on froze. And it's like, I'm from the streets, I'm computer illiterate. So I say, you know what? I'm a locksmith. Everything I do with passion, I put my heart in it. I used to be a bully, bro. I used to be the type of person that caused all the problems. When I come around, nobody don't want to be around me. And then that light hit in my head, bro. I see the same thing.
Oh man, hold on. He gonna come back. He'll be back. He'll be back. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna bring him back as soon as he get back on screen. I'm gonna bring him back up. I started getting inspired just from the stuff that he was saying right there. I started getting inspired just as he started getting going. So I'm gonna bring him back up as soon as he his audio and his camera get back up. And I got it popping. All right. He a real one. And that's one of the things that I want to start doing also on this platform, and on my platforms, is I want to start bringing visibility to the people that I think is significant and that is impacting culture in other ways other than the stuff that we just think is sensational or the stuff that we just think is viral. I want to start leveraging and using my platform to also give credit and visibility to the people that's dope. So let me bring them back up real quick, and then we're going to continue the conversation. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, big dog. I don't know what happened.
But like I was saying, I feel like it's a lot of stuff going around, but I think it take the streets to save the streets. You know what I'm saying, good brother? I think people like me and you know what I'm saying, that done been through things, and showing the brothers that God got the ability, bro, to make the impossible possible. You feel me? Yeah. I made a situation from where I'm at, dog, to where a lot of people don't have nothing good to say about me. But just like the Bible, God will take his strongest soldiers, bro, for his toughest battles. Yeah. So no matter what I go through in my life, I don't make excuses, man. I don't question God. Because, bro, when I had that first-degree murder charge and I got convicted, September 1st, 2001, when I got that life sentence, everybody walked out my life. Everybody walked out my life.
That's the thing, Corey, and I'm so appreciative of people like you being able to communicate in ways that I may resonate differently than you resonate, because I come from a completely different lens of how I was able to get out of the hood, but at the same time, I'm still in the city that I was born and raised in, Detroit, right? And you come from the perspective of, this is what I really went through. And I think that it's a lot of these guys that's out here crashing out. They think that the streets is going to be there for them when they go through or when they catch that charge and all of that stuff. What's your perspective on that? Like, how do you see that as far as the youth out here doing the stuff that they doing, and they think that they friends is they friends and a girl going to still be there with them? What would you say to that?
Bro, I'm going to tell you just like this here, straight up. 9 times out of 10, your homeboy gonna put you in the situation. Gonna leave you out to dry. gonna go fuck your girl, excuse my language.
No. You can say what you want to say here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, bro, what I see, people hang with what they don't like. They'll study you. They'll try to be you. And when they fail at being you, they'll hate you, man. A lot of times, bro, we hang with what we don't like. You know, just look at what goes on. We really study the people that we think don't like us. We really, before you know it, they have so much control over us and everything we do in our life, bro, to where we lost. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of these brothers, bro, real friends don't put you in those situations. You hear these days a lot of excuses, man. He his own man, he grown. If you really love somebody, bro, it ain't no option, bro. Get in this car. We leaving. You ain't getting in no trouble, bro. Fight me. You know what I'm saying? We need to go back to where when people struggle and people hurt, it affected us, bro. We need to go back to morals, bro. We need to go back to like watching out for other people's kids like it used to be. Kids used to be scared to do things. These days, they don't got a care in the world, bro, because other grown-ups looking at it and not saying nothing.
Yeah.
And then when the situation get out of hand, everybody want to make excuses and blame everybody else. When a lot of parents see the signs, but won't even say nothing to their kids because they're afraid of their own kids.
Yeah.
Somebody got to step up, man, because we are the people that the kids want to be like. They want to be like that drug dealer on the corner. They want to be like that man down there with goals in his mouth. These are the people that they try so hard and give all their energy to. So we got to be the ones to tell them, shit, get out these streets. Respect your parents, man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we taking personal is our goals. So many kids these days, they make an excuse, bro. Every time situations get hard, they make an excuse because what they got the type of parents, not my baby, not my baby. At some point in life, you're going to have to man up and silence all that selfish stuff that we as parents do to cause all the noise in our life in order to focus on our kids and for our kids to be successful, bro.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I don't think that it's anything because now, you know, I went through and I got addicted to your videos, right? And so I'm scrolling through. I see you in the corner store or the gas station. I don't know which one it is, but you're there.
It's a corner store, and I go there because on September 4th, 2017, I was in prison. My brother lost his life up there. He got killed in front of that same very store. So I'm obligated to go up there. And it's like when I go there and I meditate, I pray, and then it's like the Holy Spirit coming to me and then use me as a vessel. I don't write nothing down. I never know what I'm gonna say, but I go up there with the intention to anoint the block, anoint the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of brothers, bro, gave up on God. You know what I'm saying? I feel like today they make it hard for brothers to come to God because they put so many expectations and restrictions on who you should be and what you should look like. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them.
Let me ask you a question, Corey, because a lot of people asking for your YouTube. Because I kind of want to segment off a little bit because you were saying that, you know, they had hacked your page and demonetized you and all of that other type of stuff. You primarily on TikTok and you're not on YouTube at all?
No, I never see. I tried to get a YouTube account and I found out that all my videos are all over YouTube. And then I ran into a few good brothers that act like they wanted to help me, but they was exploiting me for their personal gain. And I just gave up. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna just do this from the heart. So I get up every morning, man, and do it from the heart. And I go to work.
So what I'm gonna do, and I want to go into more other stuff, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help you get your YouTube up because it ain't nowhere in the world why you should not be capitalizing and monetizing, but everybody is using your stuff and they not doing that. So I'm gonna work on that myself. I'm gonna put my people on it. Because honestly, this is where all of the money is. All of the money is over here on YouTube. And so I'm gonna look out for you, bro. I got you, big dog. So separately from that, I just wanted to let you know that. Outside of that, though, let me ask you another question. Why do you think that people glorify prison so much? Like, why is it like we'll talk down on education as a culture, right? Or we'll talk down, or the class clown is the person that get all of the visibility. But we don't trip off of doing time.
Bro, and it's funny that you say that, because the way our society make it to where you can't be.
Dang, his stuff is messed up. I'm gonna bring him back, y'all. As soon as he come back up, I'm gonna bring him back. But there's no reason why he should not be on YouTube, because when y'all, all right, I'm about to bring him back up right now. Go ahead. What was you saying?
I was saying the way society got it right here in our neighborhoods to where these kids, bro, they won't come outside the house. They won't do nothing unless they feel like they got to do a certain thing. And sad as it sounds, a lot of people I talk to a lot of people right now in the county jail. And a lot of people took situations trying to be down with their homeboys. You feel me? And their homeboys left them out to dry. You feel me? And I feel like it's cool now the way we do it, from with the rappers, with what we see on social media, even with these rappers that's getting in trouble, these big celebrities that getting in trouble. They're not really getting held accountable. All these people seeing is they'll commit a crime, they got money, they buy their way out, and at the end of the day, the case just fade away. So the kids don't really see no real visible accountability. So now they saying, damn, they see and they do what they do. Versus if they see somebody getting held accountable for doing certain things, they'll think before they do it. Now they just lash out and don't care. I think we got to start holding each other accountable. We got to start telling, man, if you really love somebody, tell them, dog, you wrong. Man, you wrong, dog. Don't do that, man, you wrong. Nobody don't do it. Everybody just sit back and be quiet, bro.
Do you think it's because of the backlash? Because like, for example, you were saying that people was mad at you for saying the stuff that you were saying. And I was thinking to myself, how can you be mad at a dude that's saying don't be in the streets, or think twice, or all of this? Who in their right mind would ever come at you and say anything negative about you, or what it is that you're trying to do and what the message is that you're spreading to the people?
Bro, Mr. Daniels, you know very well, when you doing anything towards God's will, it's like you stirring that pot. A lot of people not going to be happy with you.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, the people that's not happy with you is the people that you used to identify with. The old you. Before you looked in the mirror and was willing to kill the old you in order for you to be successful out here, you can't expect for them people to be happy for you, the people that you growed up with, your homeboys, the people where you from.
But they loved it when you was in the shit, when you was doing the stuff in the streets.
Oh, man, you cool as hell when you out there committing crimes. You out there beating up on people. Everybody want to be around you. You this and that. Bro, but when you go to making changes, making steps for your life, they can't benefit off you no more.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you something. When you out there lost and you hanging out, you a people's person, you doing all type of things. Yeah, everybody want to be around you, because guess what? If somebody try me, I know Corey right there. He gonna go off. I can use him as a wolf. I can turn him against anybody that I don't like, because I know Corey loyalty to me. You feel me? And I think that's where we go wrong in. A lot of us use that in the wrong way and manipulate people to do what they want to do. But when the person can't benefit off you no more, because when you change and when you saying, no, dog, I got to go to work, 9 times out of 10, if he call you for some foolishness, you're not going to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Versus you ain't got no job, or you ain't got no motion, no good motion. You know, I just like I told the dude this morning, I say, bro, you got to get out your head, man. A lot of us, bro, we be our own worst enemy. Overthinking situation. We've been the made this mistake and overthink ourselves right out of good situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep. I think that you, honestly, Corey, man, honestly, I think that you're supposed to be a lot bigger. Like, you're supposed to be at these major universities, institutions of higher learning. Like, your message is it resonate a lot more because you actually seen it. You know what I'm saying? So people try to discredit people that's not still in the streets, and they'll say, well, what do you know about it? Right. And you may even be, you may grew up in it or whatever, so on and so forth, but you actually have lived it and survived it to where you can come out and say, hey man, this ain't really the life that you want to live. Do you think that it's difficult to reach the youth, or do you think that they actually looking for this type of leadership?
I think they looking for this type of leadership because they see somebody that look just like them. They see somebody that come from the same hoods and the same neighborhoods that they come from. So a lot of people get in situations where they go to prison and get out and give up. They say, all I got is the streets. Nobody gonna hire me. I'm a convicted felon. Nobody don't want to be around me because I've been to prison. I want to be a true example of showing them that, no, you can go to prison. You made a mistake. You paid your debts to society, and you can get right back out here in front of the same people that broke you, and you can show them what God did in your life by being a productive citizen out here in society.
Yeah.
Then you can't just talk about it.
Yeah.
You got to be about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. What do you think about because I've never ever been in jail, I've never been to prison, right? So I can't speak to that lens. What is it about it? What is it about it that keeps people in a cycle? Because a lot of times I see guys and they'll get out and then they're not able to get out of the same environment that got them there in the first place. And it seems like it's a cyclical thing. Like they get stuck in this cycle. What is it about it, the culture that has people in this thing that keeps on landing them in prison?
See, I'm going to tell you something about that. It's a psychological thing. You feel me? Yeah. And when you go to prison, all the way from the medication to the food, once you get in that system, bro, they're going to put you in a situation till you almost going to reoffend. They're going to put so much stipulations on you. They're going to tell you that you're not good enough. They're going to tell you that so much till you go to thinking you're not good enough.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thing. Because what a lot of people don't know is a lot of prison workers, it's family run. My brother work on this shift, my daddy work on this shift, my son work on this shift. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like even with the pride programs, they put you in certain programs to do their job. And I feel like when you get out of there, when life get hard, you give up because of what they tell you in there. You know, they not forcing you to get no education. They'll let you sit down on the bunk and do all your time and do nothing because they know you coming back. You got to be
crazy.
Bro, let me tell you something. It's so crazy in there, bro, to well, I broke my arm at Hamilton CI in 2010. I'll never forget. And I went to Lake Butler. My arm, I don't know if you can see my arm. It healed on its own because one liberty that you give up when you go to prison is getting the proper health care, proper dental care. You got to pretty much take it for what it is. A lot of these guys wasn't certified. They didn't pass the test to be doctors in the world. So we going to put them in a little institution in nowhere and let them work on the prisoners. They use them as guinea pigs. You know what I'm saying? All the way down from the food. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think that we, the guys that done been to prison, that done got out of prison, bro, I think we got to do a little more, bro, to save the streets. Everybody can't save the streets. It take the streets to save the streets.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do. It's rough, man. It's very, very rough to see what's happening out here. I hate the fact that it's almost like the influence on these young people and the influence of the streets, it seems like it's more, and I don't know if it's just because we don't have as many examples as we should, or maybe we not making it as cool as it should be or something like that, but it just seems like the influence on the streets is a lot heavier than it is, the positive stuff. And I don't know how to bridge that, you know what I'm saying? Outside of championing people like you, that seems like you bridging it more effectively than other people.
Because a lot of times I'm going to say what need to be heard. The only thing I did right, I felt like when we started this, me and my girl got together and we patented, I don't know who need to hear this, trademark. Yeah. Because I told her, I said, I caused so much pain in this city where I'm from. If I don't do nothing else, I'm going to impact this world for change.
Where you from, Corey?
I'm from Palm Beach County, Florida. A city called Boynton Beach. And around here, Like I said, when I first started doing it last year, you hear people talk. I didn't care. Wasn't nobody sharing my videos. I didn't care. I didn't have no money. I didn't care. I went straight to the flea market and burnt my own brand on my own sweater. And I pushed my own self. Yep. I get up every morning, bro, and do it. I'm going to push it out there because somebody need to hear it. When I get them letters like I get, bro, I was finna kill myself, but I got my hand on your video. It hit different when you got the right, when you got the responsibility, bro, to help somebody. I feel like you're obligated to help somebody, bro. Yeah. Just think about this here, Mr. Daniels. We all done things in our life. Facts. And got away with it. Or we think we got away with it, not knowing God see everything. Yep. So what I'm saying, at some point in our life, we got to grow up to the point where we mature to know that God blessed us. He forgave us. He let us skate. We got to stop our young brothers, bro. They blind. Yeah. They take too much of the wrong things personal. The only thing we taking personal, bro, is our goals. We fighting, bro. It's so easy to give up on your goals. It's so easy for your friends around you to make you feel guilty for doing what's right for your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the day people don't have no common sense. They call people snitches that's doing the right thing. And they call, bro, it's just so crazy. It make people hard to speak up and say something. If I see this man over here beating this girl up over here, possibly can kill her, then you thinking about what they think about you. You ain't gonna call the police when you could have called the police and possibly saved somebody's life. Now on the other end, you over here getting robbed and nobody don't say nothing and you taking it personal. I just seen that the other day. A dude wouldn't help somebody else, bro. And then he found himself in a situation where he was getting robbed. Nobody didn't say nothing. And he felt hurt. He felt violated because he from the same neighborhood. Yeah. But it's the same thing. You won't speak up because you scared somebody gonna call you a snitch. Yep. You feel what I'm saying?
I thought that snitching was if I do a crime and me and you both doing the crime together, and then I get caught, but then I dime you out in order to get myself off. But it basically is applicable to us together, me and you doing a crime together. But if somebody come and they break into my property and I call the police, that's not snitching. That's me being a civilian and saying, hey, don't break into my property. I thought that the rules was different than what they trying to make it out to be. And is basically what the culture is saying is if you talk to the police at all, then you snitching. Right. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either. And Mr. Daniels, it don't make it no better. We got a lot of guys that came from the streets. God pulled them out the streets. And then they get on certain levels and forget where they came from. And then they go to talking without making sense. Yeah. I feel like, dog, we as a people, we got to stop being silent on things that need to be spoke on. And we got to stop speaking on things to try to get a reaction or fit in with a certain crowd. Yeah. You know, and that's all I see every day. It's so easy for us to talk about, oh, the white man this, the white man this. I can't get no job because the white man this. Oh, the white man doing this. And I feel like none of that stuff matters because the white man not killing us. We killing each other. You feel me? I feel like
now I see why they mad at you, Corey.
I'm just saying, Mr. Daniels.
Everything you saying is facts. You telling you keeping it 100, bro. That's all I can say. You being honest. That's so real. But because they don't want to give. I see what you're saying, bro. I see why they come at you now.
Bro, I just told a brother the other day, man. And I don't know why they do that. If I'm talking to you like this here, bro, first of all, you got to understand, dog, and a lot of us young brothers from the urban hood, we don't even know what an opinion is. Yeah. We don't know that everybody got the right to have an opinion, to speak their mind, to feel how they want to feel. Every time you tell somebody something these days that they don't want to hear, they bow up at you. They get loud at you like they the only gangster in the world. And I just really wish my young brothers and sisters would stop doing that. Because what you do is you get the wrong response out of a person. Because you can't forget that everybody's a man, everybody's somebody's child, everybody's somebody's father or mother. We gotta stop putting people in uncompromising position and then playing victim. You know what I'm saying? And I think if we get more brothers that'll say, you know what, dog, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay. It's okay. I think we need to go on a big screen, like talking to psychiatrists. I think the young brothers need to see us talk to therapists, open up about the traumas. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my girl, we going through it, and she had to sit down and tell me, bro, you might not understand this here, but a lot of us young brothers, we carry so much trauma. We carry so much trauma beyond our control from one situation to the next situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the young brothers, I feel like we wasn't raised on how to properly respect a woman because we didn't have mama and daddy in the house. And if we had mama and daddy in the house, daddy wasn't always around. He came around to sleep. He came around for certain situations, but we always watch mama come, always doing the hard times, always doing the struggles. So we learn how to be a man and how to deal with tough times from watching mama. You feel me? And then on the flip side, when daddy do come home drunk and mad, we watch how he abuse mama. We watch how he scream at mama. When he mess his money up in the streets, we watch how he vent his emotions on mama. So as a kid, before we get grown, we start finding ourselves disrespecting our own mother. You feel me? So I feel like we gotta go back to the board. And we got to do more as a person. You feel what I'm saying? As a human being, as a leaders, we got to do more, bro. Because without knowing, we setting our own kids up. We setting them up. They watching us. They want to be us.
My bad, I was muted. Let me ask you a question, Corey. The people want to know how they can contribute, how they can donate, how they can reach out. I see a lot of people saying, do we got a Cash App? Is it a way that they can reach you? Because you so real, I don't even see nothing in your bio on TikTok. As far as people to be able to donate to what you got going on, bro.
Mr. Daniels, I'm computer illiterate, bro. I don't know nothing about that. All I got is a Zelle. You know what I'm saying? I got a Zelle.
Can we throw the Zelle up there? Do you know what the Zelle? What's the Zelle?
It's blood Bouie, BLOOD BOUIE 83 at gmail.com.
Hey, your car, throw that in the chat. Blood Bouie 83
at gmail.com.
All right, so listen, this is what I'm gonna do, Corey, because you too powerful, and I can't even believe that ain't nobody actually tried to reach out to make sure that you was good on the other side, on the computer side. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me that people ain't trying to make sure that you get the credit or whatever. Even when I reviewed your video, I put a link back to you so that people will be able to come back to your platform and show love.
I appreciate that.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my people on it to make sure that all of your stuff gets set up. And I don't want nothing because I'm already blessed. I'm already doing well. And I know that, you know what I'm saying? The best thing for me is for us to we more powerful together than we are apart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put my people on it. They're gonna make sure that they get your YouTube straight up, set up, so that you actually get the credit and you get the monetization from what you do. And then I'm gonna make sure that all of your stuff is set up. All right.
And look, one more thing before you go, I got a question. You know, on that I guess I talked to you when you reached back out about the that meta. They asked me to verify my account.
I got you. We're gonna get on it. We're gonna get on it. So over the next week, hopefully I can get everything set up and we can get you all established. And then I'm gonna bring you back and promote you because I think you need even more visibility and you're doing some great things, man.
Thank you so much.
You're a blessing to the world, bro. Regardless of whatever it is that happened in the past, I think that you're way more impactful in the future. And you always gonna have people like me that support you, that love you, that's gonna promote you. And anything that I could do, bro, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to easily get in touch with me at any time, bro.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniels. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna be in touch with you, bro. Thank you, my friend.
All right, thank you again, brother. You have a blessed day. I don't know who need to hear this. Ain't no job too big or small. Corey can do it all.
Shout out to my dog, Corey. Thank you, bro. A real one. A real one. And see, that's the thing. When I see people that's authentic and I just need to get them up on a platform or they need more visibility, those are the real ones. And see, a lot of times, see, he had to actually step out on faith and just start doing it, right? Because as he said, listen, I'm computer illiterate. I don't know nothing about this or whatever. So now you have to make sure that you take care of the people that's actually doing the things that's beneficial for the community. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, fuck what the rest of these niggas is talking about on this degenerate shit. I don't care about all of this shit that continue to promote the worst for us. When I say I'm trying to tear down everything that we knew and that I'm trying to make sure that I leverage everything that I can to ensure that we rebuild it with a completely different mindset, with a completely different perspective, and with people that I believe is actually God sent to do great things, that's the shit that I'm going to push. That's what I'm going to push. So we not going to take no money from that. We not going to do none of that. We just going to use our team, our resources, and because we've now built the platform and the visibility and we actually got the people, then we can leverage that in order to push the people that I think is actually more meaningful in the community instead of all of these other people that's not adding value to what we got going on. So that's what we going to do. We going to continue to tear this whole shit down, and we going to continue to push the people that's actually beneficial for the community. All right? That's what we doing from now on. Fuck this degenerate shit. Fuck all of that. The real street dudes like Corey Barber, and his name on TikTok is Corey.Bouie. The real street dudes is saying be like us. They saying, hey, get an education. Don't be the lame. Be the nerd. Be the person that actually is good for your family. Be the person that keep your family together. The niggas that's really in their basement, in their mama's basement, typing tough on the internet, they the ones that think it's cool to break up your family and have a whole bunch of baby mamas. The dudes I told y'all this before, because we all the same all of us know a Corey in every hood in America, right? We all know this type of guy. And what they actually don't like is being stuck in the hood. I've always said the dudes that's really about that life, not cosplaying on the internet, not faking like they really hood in real life. The dudes that's really in the hood getting to it, they don't really want us. They not trying to be that. They always wanted to make it out. They always wanted to be successful. They want better for themselves. They want better for their communities. They don't glorify this shit. They don't think that it's cool for you to rob your own people and all of that stuff. That's how I know dudes be capping and that they be faking. Because if you really in it, you know how bad it is and you know the cycle that comes along with it. I hate it when we keep on pushing this degenerate shit like it's going to be good for our kids. It's not. It's not. I hate that. I hate that for us. And they trying to silence it, or they try to make it seem like you're not relevant, but we more relevant than ever before. And God, let me tell you what God is doing now. God is now elevating and using the degenerate motherfuckers to bring visibility to the people that actually have to deliver the message for the people that actually want to do better. Because if you watching this show right now, or you watching the replay, or you watching it on the clip, or whatever it is that you're watching, understand this. You not supposed to be a bitch ass dusty dude. That's not your calling in life. God look at you and he say, what is my people that I gave all of this talent and all of these skills for? Why are they down there in the mud playing with the pigs? Why are they supporting the dumb shit? Because you fascinated. But let me help you to understand something else. If you ever got to the point to where you can actually see these people in real life that have the platforms or is the celebrity, you'll realize that they the real bitches. That they not real. When you peek behind the curtain and you say, all right, well, then let's go back outside, they're going to sit the fuck down because they not really like that. All of it is cosplay. They've been spending their whole life building up this image, and they cannot stand up to God's people. He's going to show you, and he's going to leverage your enemies and the degenerate motherfuckers to promote you to get to the next level so that you can continue to do his work. It's all a facade. It's not real. It's not real. It's all fake behind the scenes. I'm trying to tell you, and you don't want to break out from this bullshit because you want to be a part of the go along, get along gang. These people are weak in real life. They have no backing in real life. They are not God's people, and they're all going to burn ferociously in hell. They're going to bust hell wide open, and they demons in real life, and they trying to take you with them. They're taking you to hell with them, bro. And you can't see it. You so dumb. Wake the fuck up, bro. Wake up. You're supposed to be a good person in your family. You're supposed to take care of your children. You're supposed to make sure that you keep your family together. At the very least, until your daughter and your sons grow up. You're supposed to leave an inheritance for your kids. You're supposed to change the dynamics of your family and the generations that come after you. You're not supposed to have a bunch of children out of wedlock. What we talking about? And the word of God says that this is what's going to happen. He says you will be persecuted for my sake, for righteousness' sake. When you stand up, you just heard my man Corey Barber get on here and say, when I started to do the right thing, everybody came at me and turned against me, and they wanted to take me down. They supported him when he was doing the degenerate bullshit. They wanted to take him down. A dude that actually lived it every single day, they wanted to take him down. A dude that actually went to prison for it. We know different. The minute that you switch over, the minute that you change your life over to God, you seen him say it out of his own. He said, man, it ain't white people's fault. I didn't say it. Not call him whitewashed. Tell him that he the person that's a liar. Tell him that he's a sellout for him saying, listen, it's our own kind doing it here. It's our own people doing it to us. It's not them. It's us. Tell him now. Because I didn't tell him what to say. This is my first time talking to him ever. My people talked to his people. We decided that we was going to come on at 12 o'clock today. He gave his message. He said authentically what was from his heart. Do he look like the type of person that you can tell what to do? Do he look like the type of person that you can tell what to do? He said it out of his own mouth in a completely different way. And it's the same fucking message that I've been telling y'all since the beginning of time. You listen. I am so fervent in my belief. I am so dedicated in my walk. I'm so laser focused on believing everything that God told me that I'm supposed to do, that I go without question. I don't even think about it. I do everything that I'm going to do, and I have no reservations about it whatsoever. And nothing can stop me. Nothing. It may even seem like somebody is winning, but I'm telling you that they are reeling. They're losing in every single way. Bro, going against me is going to have you going against yourself. I don't give a fuck what you think. You could believe it. You cannot believe it. I'm telling you, it is going to be one of the worst decisions that you can ever make in your entire life because God is on my side, not yours. He on my side. There is nothing and nobody that has ever stood up to me and has not lived to see it fall, not lived to see it all fall. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. I already got an army. It's too late. I already got motion. It's too late. It's too late. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. Wake up. Come out of that slumber. Come out of these bad spaces. Come out of this bullshit that you think is going to make sense. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's a new day, man. We done with the streets. We're done. We're done. We done with the degenerate bullshit. We done with the excuses. It's a reason why all of these niggas hit a ceiling and they can't go no further. We done with these niggas. And we are going to absolutely, positively continue to speak against the bullshit. And that's the thing that they fear. They fear it. They hate it. They hate every bit of it because they can't do anything about it. And if they could, they would tell you to look. I seen the video. Y'all want to keep it 100? I seen the clip. They sent it to me. I seen the clip where they said, "Leave me alone and I'm going to leave you alone." Nigga, that's a plea for help. That's a cry for help. That's not a fear. The one with the gorilla mask, what they doing like this? "Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone." That's a cry for help, nigga. That's not fearful. That's a cry for help. That's a begging opportunity to say, "Hey man, just let it go, bro. I don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people to think that I stood down. I don't want people to say that nigga, that's like saying, say it again. I'm not going to warn you. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not talking about what I'm going to do. You going to see, you going to find out. I'm not talking about it. I'm not warning nobody. Nigga, it's up. I'm not them other niggas. I'm not whoever it was. Niggas have no idea what's coming. They have, and I don't play by the same rules as everybody else. I wish I could say it, but I'm not. I wish. Oh my God. Pride is going to break you. Let's continue. Let me read some of this. I'm feeling good about life. I'm feeling good about life right now. And I'm still not talking about nobody's kids or chick. No matter how much they try to lie and edit and doctor and add in all of this little content, I don't go after people's kids at all. I'm still not going to talk about their kids at all because I don't play by the same rules as everybody else. What's good, AD? Said Broom. Yo, shout out to that. Shout out to Broom. I appreciate you. 392Q says his YouTube name should be "I don't know who need to hear this." Nah, I think it's gonna be different. Danielle is always learning says, "For the YouTube kings and land tax, for real, thank you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Red Pill Conservative says, much love and respect, Anton. Been following since 2019. I'm finally about to join. Successful family man. But most importantly, hey, hold on. Before y'all join the Patreon, how many days is left in the month? It's the 30th, 31st. Join on Sunday. Don't join a day. Throw it on your calendar to join on Sunday. Join on Sunday, y'all. Don't join a day. All right? Beginning of the month is the best time to join the Patreon. All right? Shout out to you, Red Pill Conservative. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work, my man, says Marlo Reed. What up, Mr. Reed? What up, Mr. Reed? I think I'm about to end the show on that. That's it right there. That's it right there. Better to lose in a moment to win the future. It's also perceived. Just Call Me Solo says, O'Shea and Corey don't build people how Anton build people. They only good at clowning and bashing their own kind. Kids think prison is a rite of passage, said Vito Royale. Tev Marley says, my cousin went to prison for 8 years. Today he owns a trucking business. God is God. Don't give up on yourself. It's possible. Mindset is everything. Miss Syshaw 1970 says, love to see you hear Corey B-Town in the house. Shout out to you. Eric TV says they try to paint you out to be the bad guy. I am. I'm the villain. I'm the villain now. Corey Peterkin says, interview of the year, bro. Shout out to Corey Barber. Q Snow Show says, AD, your new name is Money Making Time. Salute. Eric Harris says, AD, people don't know how crazy Palm Beach was back then. Corey had a calling on his life for God. Tev Marley says, man, you need a church organ. You preaching. Onaka says, God's timing is unmatched. Miss Shaw, I'm going to just call Miss Shaw, says, that's how our town of Boynton Beach is. In fact, he told no lies. Janice says, only the streets can fix the streets, speaks volumes. The streets have a language only the streets can interpret. Yes, be the nerd. This is the best show. Michael Armstrong says, very needed, powerful message today. Anton Daniels, thank you. Angie Leo says, thank you for the daily wisdom, Anton. We need Bible study at least twice a week with you. Can we also get a pink and a red bag chaser hat? We work, I promise you, we're working on it. The closest we get right now is the maroon one. That's going to be dropping. We working on it. Let me flip this around. It's the closest one right now. It's coming. It's coming. Shout out to you, Angie. I got you. I don't drop it until it's all the way right. OG Strong says that's how men are supposed to communicate. Daniela says Corey is an unknown GOAT, like where the GOAT phrase comes from, Earl Manigault. Eric TV says, word around, you created a whole new character. I feel you. Spacer says, let Mr. Barber know about the media snakes too. Oh, we going to get there. We'll get there. I'm going to look out for him. Shout out to Will King. I appreciate you. I'm chilling. I'm feeling myself. I might even go, I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm supposed to catch a flight tomorrow. We going to figure it out. We going to figure it out. We going to figure it out. Shout out to my girl, sister. Sister says, Mr. AD, it would be great to end with the money, UPS layoffs. I think I'm a live stream tomorrow morning. Either tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. When I had live stream on the Millionaire Morning Show in the afternoon, it was something different. I'm talking to my people. I got you. 392Q. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Let's figure it out, y'all. All right. Y'all need a purple, yellow one for LA. Ooh, J Ben. All right. Lord, be with us. Be with all of our saints. Be with every. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's not focus on the saints because the saints got it. The people that's already on to you, they figured it out. Be with the people that are conflicted. God, be with the people that are conflicted. They in between a rock and a hard place right now. They know what's familiar to them, and they know it may not be good to them, but they know that it keeps them comfortable, but it's not allowing them to progress. Bless the people that are stuck between a rock and a hard place, the people that are conflicted, that's trying to figure out, should they switch over, should they change, should they give their life over to you, and should they be a different person than they was, even though they know for a fact that it's going to make them uncomfortable, and there's going to be people that come for them because of their conviction, because of their mindset, because of the change. And change is hard. Change is uncomfortable. Change is necessary, though. Give them the courage, the strength, the wherewithal to put you first, to have trust in you, and to never go back to the person that they was once they discover something different. We love you. We pray for you. We truly acknowledge you. We believe that you are everything and anything in our life, and without you, it don't even matter. We pray everything in Jesus' name. Amen. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to my girl sister. I love y'all. Or actually, I'm going to see y'all tonight on After Hours.